Am I fat phobic? Let's talk about it, because I'm starting to build this little reputation where people think I am, and to be honest, I can see how they come to that conclusion easily. I can be very blunt when it comes to this subject, so I totally understand. There's so much nuance to this conversation, and I just want to talk about it. So, first thing on the list, I 100% am fat phobic, but towards myself, okay? I don't see why people get so mad when I say I don't want to be fat. Me. Does that mean I think you shouldn't be fat? No, I don't care if you're fat or not. Genuinely, I don't care. Me, I don't want to be fat. And I might describe that fear in ways that might offend other people. So yes, I'm aware that me saying I would rather, than be overweight might hurt other people's feelings, but at the same time, I don't care. I just don't think that should bother anyone, point blank, period. What I care to do with my body shouldn't bother you. What you do with your body shouldn't bother me, and it doesn't. So to the next point. Number 2, do I care if you're fat? Genuinely, no. My thing is, if you want to eat 8,000 calories a day to maintain the weight that you're at, who am I to tell you to not do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, who am I to tell you what you should look like? I'm nobody. If you want to be big, go ahead, do that. And I think the majority of people feel this way. Like, no one gives a shit that you're fat. I think we care, and this is to my next point, if you do choose to be big and you're okay with that, which is your right, you can do whatever you want with your body. I don't think it's fair for you to start blaming society and just everything around you for the unfairness that you're facing. For example, I don't think it's fair to be 500 pounds and then you're upset at Target and other retail stores for not carrying your size. I don't think we should be that size. I don't think human beings should ever reach that size. Same with plane tickets. If you are big enough to fit 2 seats, yes, you should pay 2 seats. If that bothers you, you feel discriminated against, I think you should just self-reflect and look in the mirror for a second, because let's really think about it. Who put themselves in that situation? You. So take a little bit of accountability. That's my thing. I cannot with fat people who have this victim mentality. That is where you might catch me sounding hella fat phobic, because no, you're not gonna demand these things, make people feel bad for using certain words to describe just what you are. I'm not gonna do that. Call me fat phobic, okay. Yes, I am. Now what? If we can't fit in a roller coaster and an employee tells you, hey, you can't fit in here, you got to get off, and you get really pissy about it, we're not going to blame the amusement park. We're not going to blame the employee. You got to blame yourself and that mouse. And trust me, I get it. It's easier and more comforting to have all these other excuses and outside sources to blame for the way you look. I get it. It's so much easier to go that way. I get it. But that mentality is just going to keep you in a state that deep down you don't want to be. On to my next point. I am not changing my vocabulary or wording things differently just to coddle your feelings if you're overweight. When did fat become a bad word? People are getting triggered by the word fat, but I don't get why when that's what you are. And saying that isn't a bad thing. You're just overweight. Okay, it is what it is. That's all. I'm not gonna live in this world or feed into your delusions of saying oh, I'm this and that. No, you're just fat, and that's okay. Clearly it's okay, right? You are maintaining that weight. You're not doing anything to change that weight. And this is health problems aside, genetics aside, and none of that. We're not talking about any of that right now. I know I can hear you guys, but it is okay if that's your situation. Unfortunately, you just gotta have to work harder than the regular person. But it's all about how much you want it. If you do want to look a certain way, you are going to look that way if you're disciplined enough and if you just want it bad enough. And that's okay. A lot of people aren't disciplined enough. That's why we see a lot of chop people outside, okay? To my next point, I want to talk about confidence. Have you ever met a fat person who's genuinely confident and happy with themselves and is a great time? They don't have a victim mentality and they don't carry around this low self-esteem because they're big. No, they just own it. Best people to be around. And when you show up confident, just yourself, wearing what you want to wear, not giving a fuck, I promise you no one's even looking at your weight. They're looking at your personality and just how you carry yourself. Like, that's what's more captivating, your personality and how you carry yourself and just the confidence you exude when you just... It is 100% your job to find that confidence. So if you don't have it now, stop blaming society, stop blaming beauty standards, just whatever. It's changing all the time. Like, you can't control the fucking world, okay? So let that go and focus on what you can control. And guess what? That is your weight. Yes, it is. You can give me all types of excuses for why it's hard. Oh, I don't have healthy food, this and that. I hear you. All I'm saying is that if you want to look a certain way, you're gonna look a certain way. It's really all about your mentality, not really anything else. In my opinion. A lot of this stuff is mental, right? Like, getting the willpower to get up and go to the gym. You gotta talk to yourself, you gotta get yourself ready, you gotta be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it. That alone is hard, okay? I'm not saying like being fit and like doing all this is easy. It's not easy. It's not easy because it's easier to just be overweight, eat bad, not exercise, not be disciplined enough to really take care of yourself. So no, I don't hate fat people. And yes, I strongly dislike fat people who avoid accountability for their own actions and for putting themselves in the situation that they are in today. Like, yes, you can find millions of excuses. It doesn't take away the fact that you're the one chewing the food and swallowing it. You know, I don't like that. No, I never, ever want to be fat. Ever. No, thank you. There's nothing wrong if you do want to be fat. At the end of the day, free will. If that's how you want to look, that's how you should look. Like, who cares what anyone says? And finally, regardless what you look like, size, skin color, height, doesn't matter. It's your job to find that confidence within yourself. I don't care if you have to fake it till you feel it. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes. But you shouldn't live this one life of yours just hating what you look like, because you can always change it. You can always do something about it. Trust me, you can. Just lock in, cut the outside noises, stop making excuses, and just do it. Do it for you. So to answer the question, am I fatphobic? I don't think so. I don't think so. Will you catch me laughing at fat jokes? Yes, unfortunately, you will see that. Like, they're funny. I don't know what to tell you. That's just me. I won't lie about it. But yeah, I don't think I'm fatphobic. You might think so, and you're entitled to that opinion. So anyways, just wanted to talk about that. Follow me on Instagram, and thanks for watching. Bye.